Seventh grade, you have made it to the end of Chapter 7. This is Chapter 7, Lesson 7, Cross Sections and Three-Dimensional Figures. We're almost ready for that Chapter 7 test. Let's do some real fast notes. Notes, polyhedra. Ooh, that's a fun word. Polyhedra are three-dimensional solid figures. Polyhedra are named according to the shape of their base. And the two primary types of polyhedra are prisms and pyramids. Okay, so this lesson is all about naming polyhedra, naming these prisms, naming these pyramids, giving the best name we can give them. Let's start by talking about the differences and similarities between prisms and pyramids. So similarities first. Both prisms and pyramids are three-dimensional solid figures. So it's very hard to show them on paper. You have to do a very, very fancy 3D drawing. We can handle it. It's not too bad. But we do have to draw them with perspective drawing to get that third dimension in there. They're both named for the shape of their base. Okay, that's a very important note. So let me give you a quick sketch of a prism. A prism is maybe, we'll make this a rectangular prism, and you can start off with two rectangles. Same rectangle, just one's up and off to the side, and then you can connect all of the angles. So there's a rectangular prism. Pyramids, we can start with a triangle, and then we can bring a piece over here, and we can do that. That would be a triangular pyramid. It's got a triangle on the base. All right, so there's our little sketches there. Practice doing those drawings. They're pretty neat. Some differences between prisms and pyramids. Prisms have rectangular sides. Notice all my sides here were rectangles. Pyramids have triangular sides. So pyramids, you're going to see a lot of triangles. Prisms, you're going to see a lot of rectangles. Prisms have two congruent bases. More about these bases on the next slide. Pyramids only have one base. Pyramids have one base, so the other part, the other opposite of the base, it's going to come to a point. So those are our very important notes about prisms and pyramids, how they're alike and how they are different. Let's talk about naming them. So these are just some sketches of some prisms, and these are all prisms, and I can tell that because they all have two bases. So here is a rectangular base, and directly across from it we have another rectangular base, and then all the pieces connecting those two rectangular bases are also rectangles. This is called a hexagonal pyramid because the base shape is a hexagon. So here's one hexagon, here's the other hexagon base, and all the sides that connect them are rectangles. Here's a pentagonal prism. Base 1 is a pentagon, the second base is a pentagon. Notice the two bases are always congruent, and the shapes connecting them are all rectangles. And this is called a triangular prism because here's a triangle and here's the other triangular base, and all the sides connecting them are rectangles. Let's talk about pyramids, all the way down here at the bottom. So all these are pyramids because they all are made hugely of triangles, except for the base shape. So in this case, we've got a base that is a square. Across from the square base, we have our point, and all the sides are triangles. This is called a triangular pyramid because the base is a triangle for this one. Across from the base is the point, and all the sides are triangles as well. This is called a pentagonal pyramid because the base is a pentagon. Across from the pentagon is a point, and the sides are triangles. And this is called a hexagonal pyramid because the base is a hexagon, across from the base is a point, and all the sides are triangles. So first thing I would always do when naming these polyhedra is figure out if it's a pyramid or a prism, and then take a look at the shape of the base. Use that base shape to help you name your pyramid or prism. All right? Go ahead and do your practice problems. Ask any questions tomorrow in class. This was your last lesson of Chapter 7, so you have to feel good about that. We will plan for our study guide, our review game, and our test very soon.